Hello, Alabama State University. My name is Brandi Robinson, and I'm vying to be your next Miss Senior of Alabama State. My platform is finding our unbreakable strength through unity, one love. I found my inspiration from Psalms 133, verse 1. Behold how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. With this platform, I plan to embrace diversity, create a tangible networking base, and help my fellow students achieve their aspirations here. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm a criminal justice major, dance minor, and I love my ASU.
Why did you decide to run for Miss Senior?
Because I felt that I could represent my class in a light that's needed here on the campus. I love my student body, and they motivate me to be more than what I am today.
If you could pick one thing that you would like to accomplish this year with your class, what would it be?
Fulfilling opportunity, because we say that opportunity is here at Alabama State University, but is it tangible? I would like to bring it to our doorsteps and allow the students to firsthand be able to meet companies and go on trips internationally and get their foot outside of Alabama.
Why did you decide to come to Alabama State?
I was blessed by a student, by a teacher at Dillard High School who happened to get me on a college tour. And we stopped at Alabama State, and it was the presence and it was the people that I came in contact with that made me understand that this is where I needed to be. Within a week, I applied, and within 3 weeks, I got a call back saying that I had a full scholarship. And some things you don't even have to question. Some things are a work of God, and I just trust it.
Has it been everything that you wanted to be?
Yes. I feel like I came as a young girl, and I'm leaving. You know, my journey isn't even complete, and I'm leaving as a young woman. And my aspirations have grown bigger than they ever were in high school.
You just took a recent trip to Israel.
Yes, sir.
What did you learn from that in terms of diversity?
In terms of diversity, to not believe what media tells you and to form your own opinions by searching and understanding things on your own. I got to meet tons of people and understand their journey. Some people struggle to just have life, and I think we take things for granted here in the U.S. To just be able to go to class, to meet individuals, to speak about our faith in the open. I believe that opened my eyes to the world in a different way.
Okay, at our university, we have an issue with unity. I know you said that your platform is unity, bringing everyone together. If you've been on Twitter, obviously you see how our students tear each other down. So what would be one program or platform that you would use to unify the student body as a whole? Because as you can see, sometimes we can just really be crab in the barrels and tear each other down.
Okay, I think that goes back to embracing diversity, because diversity isn't only religion. Diversity is within our Greek organization, our non-Greek organizations. It could be dance, singing, you know what I mean? I think at Alabama State we have put things into a nutshell to where they're only black and white. And I would also like to include making a tangible networking base, which would kind of come into an app for Alabama State. So instead of necessarily saying everything negative going on hashtag MyASU17, MyASU, it would be a personal family matter that could be taken care of properly.
Okay. I just lost my question.
I'll ask one since you lost it. Okay, let's look on the national scene. We have Bernie Sanders and we have Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
What's the difference between the two?
Okay, in my opinion, I just trust Bernie. And he comes from a background that I'm very familiar with. He's also Jewish. I've watched him, I've looked up information, and I trust his standing and what he's done. And I also admire what he's trying to do towards education here in the United States. Whereas Hillary, I support her for the movement that she's doing for women, although I feel that we shouldn't forget Shirley Chisholm, who definitely was an African-American woman and chose to run for the President of the United States. But I can't trust her word because she's forever changing.
If you, go further.
Thank you for that question.
So part of your platform is diversity.
Yes, ma'am.
And there, to me, is a lot of issues with us realizing that diversity is not opportunity, is here. And saying that, we have a lot of areas on campus that you probably noticed just, walking around on campus, is that the graduate students are not intermingled with our undergraduate students. Certain programs like PTOT, their world is only at the corner of University Drive and Harris Way.
Mm-hmm.
Our athletic teams are kind of segregated. Some of them never stayed on campus. So in saying that, what are things you can bring to the forefront in your platform to bring attention that diversity really is an issue on our campus, even though because we have other race of students here, it doesn't mean that we have reached that pivotal goal of diversity.
Yes, ma'am. As a biracial, messianic, Jewish young lady, Alabama State gave me the chance to understand who I was and how to respect the world from that point of view. Here at State, I believe it's just getting to break the barrier between, what you believe a person is and who they truly are. So that has to do with holding forums, holding activities, creating spaces for you to have to speak to somebody that you might not necessarily speak to on your average day. Not too long ago, it was just by chance, my grandmother and my aunt came to a forum that was speaking on race, and they're Caucasian. And it was beautiful to see our student body interact with them and to understand, just because she's a white woman, you don't know that her son has dreadlocks, and you don't know that her granddaughter looks just, you know what I mean? I think we're more similar than we are different. And if we can embrace that, ASU can move forward. Because we say when we teach, the world takes note. Are we talking to black folk? Are we talking to, you know what I mean? We're talking about the whole world.
So how do we do that, though? I mean,
How do we
get
do
all
that?
these groups to come together and realize that we say we're diverse, but we need to be more diverse?
Your leaders, I think it all depends on who you choose to lead, because they definitely make an influence on the generations coming up through Alabama State University. You set the tone. So as Miss Senior, I would love to be the example for the students to come into Alabama State University.
Got a governor that's in trouble right now. Do you think he should resign?
I do, respectfully, because when you choose to represent a group of people, you have to hold yourself to a standard, and regardless of what happens, you must respect the position.
Is there anything that you want to change specifically? One thing before you graduate at Alabama State?
Yes. Although Alabama State has truly blessed my life, I am upset that I didn't know about Alabama State. And I feel that if I was given the chance to be Miss Senior, I would definitely want to use the students that come from around the world. We have Chicago, Miami, Texas. Every time I go home, I speak to several high schools and I give them information about Alabama State. Although I can't give you, an application to apply here, I literally direct them to the website and I say, put your app in. You never know what can come back at home in your mail. So if I could help with enrollment and actually helping diversity, that would be the greatest success for me.
Thank you. Your time is up.
Thank you.